Light work. Good morning. What time is it in the UK? 10:56 a.m. UK time. Big up to everyone already in the building. Yes, we was meant to have Cal on today, but he's feeling under the weather, so I'm going to sit and waffle for about an hour with you guys. So I thought, why not turn it into a mini Q&A? Let's look at how the season's gone, look at what the future looks like, because I'm sure all of us now have watched the round table meeting, and I'm sure many of you guys have digested it now and understood it and either moved past it, or like what Drifty said, man, if you don't, it's a you problem now, because he looks like he's going to be here to stay as well. Also, guys, man, I know most of you guys don't probably follow me on like Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and Spotify. We have Spotify as well. Had it for time, never promoted it, so I need to start doing it because we got some Spotify listeners, man, and they're feeling the vibe still. So all those links are in the description. So after the stream, if you guys want to go and do that, I would muchly appreciate it as well. And just to give you guys a heads up, tomorrow, members videos back. And that's going to be a weekly thing again. Obviously, we went off the rails, different things was going on. So, but yeah, members videos back. And then tomorrow, I want to do a section where I'm going to do a quiz. So if you guys don't have Kahoot, download it, because I'm going to set that up either later today or tomorrow morning. I'll get the questions ready, and then we'll do a little Kahoot quiz and see which one of you guys can win still. So yeah, if you haven't got the Kahoot app, download it ASAP if you want to take part in tomorrow's members Q&A. And obviously, if you want to type in the chat, you got to be a member still, you know what I mean? Or if not, you gotta have to watch outside the door, but you can still take part in the quiz. But big up to LFC in the building. Big up, Sav. Them WWE videos, bro, them things are on my timeline now on a consistent basis, boy. I can't even, that's it. I scroll, that's it. Another WWE video, man. Big up Copite, big up to Florian as well. Big up Honesty, bro. Honesty, leave my thumbnails alone, bro. I ain't got the Dr. Umar thing still. Yeah, I'm drinking a green tea with some ginger as well, man. Make sure I don't get no colds, bro, because I had a little moment when I just kept getting the flu or cold or whatever it was. So yeah, man. It is what it is, but big up. Hope you guys are all blessed, as I said. But yeah, throw your questions in, man. Throw your questions in while you're doing that. Yeah, the season so far, not what we expected, not what we probably wanted as a Liverpool fan. I'm sure many of us had the biggest of aspirations of this season in terms of the big trophies we potentially could have won, but we are here now. We've still got the FA Cup to play for, and we've still got the Champions League to play for. You just hope the team could find a bit of balance, a bit of form, a bit of rhythm in this season. But yeah, it is what it is, isn't it? So we've had some decent games. We've had some half an hours here, some half an hours there, some 60 minutes. But we haven't really had the opportunity to consistently have games of 90 minutes where we've dominated and really shown what we're about. So look, I know Drifty asked the question yesterday, would you sacrifice the season if you could guarantee the next couple of years of 3 years of dominance? Maybe that's what the plan is. But yeah, in terms of the future of Liverpool Football Club, though, in terms of the future of what we're trying to do and what we're trying to build going forward with our team, I don't see it yet, but I'm hoping the plans could come a lot clearer come the summertime as well. Because I look at the attack, and I think the attack will be fine. Obviously, you can add one more in there, two more. I think, from some fans' point of view, Gakpo isn't really cutting it. And then Salah is on the back end of his career. So you'd look at those two areas, to really improve on. So maybe two attackers, you're probably looking at a 6, and you're probably looking at you need some centre-backs in there as well, don't you? I know we've went out there and spent a lot of money, and I say a lot of money, we spent quite a little bit on new defenders. I think there's 4 defenders coming in, one of them being obviously Jeremy as well. So you've got him to come in the summer. So you look at that and go, yeah, we could be okay in that position going forward in the distant future, because I think some of them are like 18 and 17. I don't think they're ready for next season. So you still think we need to go and add. We still need to go and add to make our team show a bit of dominance, man, going forward. And listening to the roundtable, I think that's what they want to do. I think that's what they're planning to do. But I feel like with us, and I think Sav mentioned it a lot, man, us as fans and what the club doesn't align half the time, or most of the time, you'd say, because you look at the team now and you go, we should be doing better than what we are, and we're not. But we're going, we should be doing this, and they're going, it's okay still because we're not fully where we need to be, and we're like, I don't know, man. We still got some top players at our football club, bro. Like, why can't we expect us to win these big trophies in this season? Why isn't that the expectation? But we don't align, man. I feel like the club is willing to kind of go, as long as we can get success, and I'm talking about a Prem or a Champions League every 3 years. I feel like that's where their heads are at. I think that's where the mindset is at the moment. Where us as fans, we're like, no. Give us a Prem every season. Give us a Champions League every season. That's what we're on. If we're in it, we need to be trying to win it. But they're not thinking along those lines, bro. They're always thinking, in the next 5 years, what does that look like? How many trophies can we win in 5? We as fans go, how many trophies we can win in every season we play. So it is what it is, man. What's this one question? What if the football stays dead but shows we keep winning? Would the fan base accept that, or they really want that Jogger Benito? I think if you're winning football games, it changes the atmosphere, doesn't it? It changes the mindset of fans anyway. You can still speak about the things you don't see, in terms of maybe the football is there, they could be better in this era, could be better in that era. But if you're winning, it softens the blow a little bit. And I think that's what we had last season, at least for the second half of the season. We won games, but the football wasn't good. But I think fans were like, we would accept it as long as we're winning and as long as we're going in the direction of trying to win trophies. But yeah, I don't listen. I wouldn't sacrifice just good football just so and don't care about winning. Obviously, I want to win games of football, but I do think and I do agree 100% wholeheartedly that you can play good football and still win games and still win. You still can be a dominant side and play good football. Man City's done it for years. Barca has done it for years. Bayern has done it for years. And there's other teams out there as well that's played beautiful football and still been dominant. So I don't think we should be able to just sacrifice or go, no, you should just accept one or the other. I think you can get both. And the stature of a club we are and the players that we have in our team, 100% we should be looking at that. 110% we should be looking at that. So I don't get it, man. I don't get it. Big up from Ethiopia, bro. Big up to you, man. Appreciate the love, man. What time is it over there? That's mad. Still love. Appreciate that. Where's the other question? Big up from Kopish. Do you think that the video was released to save face and show United front, but behind the scenes things are being reviewed regularly and Slot's position is still under question? I think it was definitely released at the right time because the way that I saw that was we won in Europe, heavy win, big win, and then we win in the Premier League against a team that 9 out of 10 people would say would have probably lost to Newcastle. So, and then we had a big win in that. So you do that, you're coming off of a high, off a 2 week scoring loads of goals, Ekitike showing up, Vert scoring again, Salah scoring in the Champions League midweek. So like every section of what you support, so the Salah's fans, the Ekitike ones want him to do well, Verts, now look where's the rivals, and then you throw that video to show the United front. I think it is perfect timing from these guys, man. They know what they're doing, bro. They're great businessmen. That's one thing we can never knock the FSGs and whoever they hire in. They're great at what they do. It's just the on-pitch stuff we've always had an issue in investing. I think most fans have always had an issue with it. But yeah, it's perfect timing, bro. Perfect. Do I think that there's still conversations around his contract and stuff? I don't know, man, because the way it felt to me, bro, I felt like they've just accepted and just accepted the excuses. Some, like most of them, they're not all excuses, but it's just they've gone, we're going to give you the benefit of the doubt. I'll use that word because you start off the season, you go, right, let's invest big. Getting the top talents out there. Get the players that's going to massively come and help Liverpool Football Club play the Liverpool way, right? And move us forward. Just come off the back of a Premier League, and then you lose one of your players to unforeseen circumstances, and you're just like, damn, that's a massive blow there. Then you're in the season, and you're trying to navigate through that, and the players are trying to navigate, the fans are trying to navigate through it. And then you get these injuries, these weird injuries, and you got Szoboszlai now playing at right back, and you're like, what is going on? Then your big money signing, he's not hit the ground running yet, picks up a groin injury, then he's picked up now the leg break injury. So you're like, rah, that's not working. Florian Wirtz taking a bit of time to settle in as well. So your other big money signing can't settle in straight away, but he's trying to find his feet, getting brushed off the ball too easy in most of the games he was playing. So you've got that excuse as well. And then your senior, the ones that you go, right, I need you guys to really turn up and show what you're about, the Salahs and Virgils. You're like, you guys ain't even doing what you need to be doing. So, and then I'm sure Alisson injured as well. So, you know what I'm saying? So Alisson gets injured as well. So you miss him for a few weeks, even though Mamadas really did come in and do really well, to be fair to him. But you're missing that guy on the football pitch as well. So I think what they've done, as a club, they've just gone, yeah, with all of these things compiling on each other, let's just, it's just one of those ones, isn't it? And I think that's where the manager then gets excuse, because we as the fans, we're more moaning around the football and why does he keep saying these things about low blocks, and why does he keep contradicting himself, or why does he says about we're not, we can't play certain players for long enough, but we're like, yeah, that's fine, bro, but you haven't been rotating the players anyway, so it's still your choice to play them how long you want to play them. So there's so many different things, and I think what that video showed me and what it told me personally was we're kind of just okay with what's going on. We're okay with them anyway. They're okay. The higher ups are okay with this mad season we're having, and then they've just gone, do you know what? We're just gonna accept the excuses. We're just gonna accept that this season it is where it is, and then see where we can go forward next season. And that's what it is. Big up honesty as well. I did see this as well, man, with the Bradley injury. If there's any return in 2026, would be a massive bonus for Liverpool, but it's quite easily stretched into the early part of 2027. So apparently, even with the injury, he messed up his appreciate the super chat, by the way, honestly. He done something with his bone as well. Like I don't know, man. So you've got this other thing now we got to worry about. So now you've got Frimpong that keeps picking up these muscular injuries. Then you've got Bradley, which is your other right back. He's like unlucky, injury prone, whatever word you guys want to kind of use in this instant. But that's where we're at the moment. That's where we're at, man. So you got that area that you probably have to go and fix. Because I know we're saying, like, I don't think Arne Slot should do the Klopp thing where it's like, we'll give him time, we'll wait for him to return and stuff like that. I think, even though, I think Bradley is a really good player, but boy, if you're not fit, my guy, this is the business in the world we're in at the moment. If you're not fit, then someone is going to come and take your position. Frimpong has shown signs of really, really doing well, but then what's this, his third muscular injury this season? 2 hamstrings. What was it? I didn't even read into it what this one was. It might have been a hamstring as well. I heard some people saying groin, but I didn't really check into it. So yeah, it's mad. The question: do you think it's a PR stunt with the interview yesterday? Yeah, I think it all is, man. I think that anytime you drop a video or release something that's gonna make it seem like we've got a united front, it's always a PR thing. Like Sav said, man, Slot's new contract pending, bro. Listen, he's gonna get it, guys. I can see it, man. I can see it, because all they're saying is when we had all of our players fit and we didn't have any issues, he won us the league. Right? We invested into a squad, and if you listen to what they're always saying, right? When they're talking about the players, they're saying we didn't buy a player for today, we bought him for the years to come. Like, it's a long-term project. So every time they're saying that, I'm like, and especially yesterday, felt like they were implying that with Arne Slot as well. It's like, look, we know this season has not been what we want it to be, but it's a long-term thing. It's not that short-term. So, for an example, like what I said, I think they will accept winning a league or a Champions League every 3 years. Just looking at maybe what the league looks like now structurally, and just thinking there's going to be obviously other teams trying to win the big trophies as well. So as long as we can be consistent, but our consistent is different as fans. Our consistent is winning every season. Their consistency in terms of big trophies is to win every 3 years, in my opinion. There's no facts behind that, but that's the way it feels. Even though, when FSG came in, they said we're here to win, which to be fair, they have won. We've won a lot of trophies, but those trophies were kind of spread across the 10 years. And Arne Slot has already delivered in his first season. So, yeah, it's kind of crazy, man. Yeah, Christian, no Cal today. He's not well, man. He's not well. He was going to try because he let me know yesterday. He was saying we was going to push it and see if today was going to be available for us to do the sit-down chill zone. But he's not feeling well, man. So hopefully he recovers and he's feeling better in the coming days, man. Do you think Bradley will have a future at Liverpool or will he be sold? I don't know if he'll be sold, but I don't know, man. I don't know. Hopefully that news that you dropped and I saw earlier, hopefully that's just a guessing game or, not factual or anything like that. And then he comes back at the end of this and then he just has a whole season where he stays away from injuries. But it's difficult for our two right backs because they play the game at such high tempo. They don't play like our right backs. If you look at them, they don't have a chill bone in their body at all, bro. Everything's 100 miles an hour. Everything has to be done at speed. So that's why you look at them, you're always gonna get these niggly, like weird muscular injuries, whether it's a groin or hamstring or quad or whatever. There's always gonna have something because they run at speed, they tackle at speed, they defend at speed. So, yeah, it's just one of those things, man. But yeah, listen, big up, Kathy. Big up to LA as well. Anthony in the building. Big up, guys. Big up, Alex. My UFL brother. Big up, man. Frimpong was never injury prone until he came to us. Kathy. Yeah, that's true, Kathy, bro. You're right. He wasn't. I think he only had like one, maybe two injury at like Leverkusen. So I don't know, man. I honestly don't know. I don't know what we're doing wrong in this moment. That, especially those two. That surely we must have looked into, like, okay, guys, we need to really, really stop these two from getting these injuries. Like, how can we do that? Some would probably say let's use them, like we'll swap one in every 60 minutes or something in the game. Maybe that helps. So they're playing still 90, but they're playing 90 over 2 games. I don't know if that would help. Maybe look into how they're training. Maybe the workload in training needs to be I don't know. I honestly don't know. But surely they should have been looking into, because once he picked up the second hamstring injury, I'm like, okay. Yeah, it's just mad, man. The training is not intense enough. That's definitely what it causes, the muscular injuries. So, and yeah, and especially with these guys, man, they've got these mad explosive movements. They need to be trained in. You're right. They need to be trained in the most intense way, so their body's used to it. But I think where we are, this passive, slow, move side to side team, but then they just want to run and sprint and they want to do certain things. It's mad. I honestly don't get it, man. I don't know where we go from this point, but we definitely need to sort that out. So right back area is probably going to be an issue going forward. You definitely need some centre backs in. We're definitely getting one in the summer. You need a left winger and a right winger. Striker department, I think we're fine. Midfield and 1-6. So what's that? Probably 2 centre halves. So we got 1. You're probably going to need a right back. So that's 3. Do we need a left back? Are we going to need a left back? Kirkes is there. Robbo's probably going to go. Tsimikas is going to come back. So you'd probably go Tsimikas stays maybe, or do you get in another left back as well? But then if you get in a left back, you're going to have to get someone that's probably like about 5, maybe 5 years older than Kirkes, maybe, because if you're getting 2 young fullbacks, then who's your main one? Are we just going to I don't know what their plan is. So let's say you might need a left back as well. So that's 4. You need someone to replace Mo. That's 5. Someone to compete with Gakpo. So that's 6. And then you need a 6. So that's 7. Do you see Liverpool signing 7 players in the summer? I don't think so. I actually don't think so. That's a crazy amount of players to sign. So we've signed 1 centre-back already, so you can take that 1 off. So you got 6. Adam Watt looks like the guy that we're going to get, but he's not a 6, is he? He's not a true 6, is he? So even if you get him in, do you still need a 6? Are you going to still need a 6? That's the interest. Honestly, man. Honestly, I just want to get back to winning the trophies again, man. I see Arsenal getting to our cup final. Ours, because we're the biggest winners in that competition. So they're there. I want to be there, man. I want to be there in those games. And it was crazy because I was scrolling on Instagram earlier. I say scrolling. I opened it up. And then I saw, I don't know if it's a Prime Video something new that's going to drop. But it was Virgil talking about the League Cup. He was talking about the League Cup final, and Jurgen was talking about it as well in the when we beat Chelsea with the kids, bro. And that moment, bro, when Virgil scored, gave me goosebumps even to this day, because it was an amazing moment. Like the kids playing, showing fight, determination, and grit against a Chelsea team. But we don't even have that now. We've lost that little bit about us. We've lost that fact of, when the youngsters come in, they're going to be on it as well. We don't even have that. Is there a clear pathway? So, it's interesting. Hold on. Let me sort this out real quick. Yeah, G, I'll send it in the group, G. Yeah. But where was I? Edison on a free. Is he going to be on a free, Anthony? I don't even know. I haven't even staying in terms of touch with what he's been doing as well. Is he still the guy though? Is he still the guy, or is there someone else out there that we need to go and get? Yeah, no, I hear it. He's still adapting, bro. But you see, with the injuries he keeps picking up, like I think the adaptation is failing. Yeah, man. Yeah, I sent it in there, bro. I sent it in there still. Arsenal bought 8 and sold 1. I don't know, man. We spent what, 500 M so far. Do you think we're gonna spend that again if we miss out on the Champions League and the football still isn't in a position where we can go, this is the future? I don't see us spending that time, because that's what it's going to cost. Because Adam Wharton, that looks like the player. That's not going to be chump change. That's going to be a massive amount of money that's going to have to go out. We just spent 60, and if he hits certain things, that's 70 million on a centre back that is 20 years of age. That's what we just spent, right? Covenant, that Stevenson is. Do you know how he's very good, man? I was watching a video yesterday, breakdown on him. I'll get to that in a second. But we spent 70 million on a centre back. Adam Wharton's going to be north of 100. And then you're going to need a winger. Elise is the name that I see you guys mentioning, and I know Cal keeps mentioning him. So you got Elise. What is he going to cost? 100 plus? So you're looking at 200 and something for just 2 players, plus the 70. So we're going to close to that, north of 300. Then we're going to need someone on the left wing to compete with Cody if Rio's not going to be given a consistent run, and then loan Rio out to one of the good clubs, the football insides in Europe. Let him go there and cook and develop and become the player that he's definitely going to become. And if you're going to go and buy a left winger in this market, let's say even a decent one half decent ones are going to cost you 40, 50 M's anyway. So you've got that. Let's get Savin. G, how's G asked for the link, yeah, and not turned up before?
Bro, when you got Chiesa on the bench, but ready, my bib was off, bro. My bib was off, Gaffer. I heard you tell Endo to warm. I said, "Are you talking to me?"
Nearly made me spit my tea out, bro.
Man, try to treat me like Trey and that. Man, just have me on the bench chatting. Nah.
He said making jokes with with what's his name?
With Rio and that on work experience.
Nah, it's that, bro. It's that behind you guy. Yeah, it was cold still. Don't worry about it, man. Yeah, you might get a sub.
What you saying though?
Nothing, bro. Nothing. As I said, man, I was meant to do the video with Cal, but he said he weren't. So I said I'll do a little Q&A, man, and chill. And talk to the guys, man. I gotta go to the spa in a bit just to
get pampered or not.
Nah, not that part. Not that.
No, you get pampered, blood.
I need to go in the sauna and that, man. I need to get all the heavy metals and that out. So
yeah, man. Bougie ends and that, bro. Pamper session.
Nah, that's not. I don't think that's bougie, to be fair.
Nah, bro, pamper session, bro. We know.
Hey, I went on this hydro bed the other day still.
Come on, bro. Them super chats are doing you well, innit? I ain't never been
Nah,
I still got a regular mattress, blood. The IKEA and that.
No, I'm saying no. It's in the gym, innit? So you go on it does like this hydrochloric, like the water. It does a massage and it's mad.
I hear it, bro. The man bro. Hollywood ends his return, bro. I told you.
Nah, bro. I swear, I was like, yo, like my back felt better, and it was mad. It was mad. It goes down to the way down to your Achilles. Like it's doing madness still.
Hey man, one day, man. I hope to, you know what I mean? If I get enough subscribers one day and that, hopefully, get to them levels and that. Innit? I man, them subscribe, blood. I'm trying to get a hydro bath, blood.
No, I'm just saying. You know what? Forget it, bro. Nah, because you guys are gonna start taking the piss. Sav's gonna start taking the piss, and he's gonna have more ammunition to use in the future.
Nah, bro, I am not, bro. I'm proud of you, man. Man, like Hydro and that, bro. That be your Marvel name, innit? Hydro.
That's what I'm saying for no reason. Big up, G.
Big up, man.
That's why I didn't want to say that. And I thought, you know, I forget sometimes it isn't really a safe space.
Big up, G, man. You ever been in a hydro bath, G?
I heard it, and I said I don't even know what that was. So
exactly, bro. Man, them from, you know what I mean. Man, them for how we grew up. We don't know about hydro baths and that.
That's crazy. He's got that footballer money though, so it's a bit different.
Don't make people think that, bro. I still live a regular life, bro. Don't do it.
That's not regular. That bath is not regular.
Yeah, man.
No,
I'll be happy with Trey wages, man. You get me? I ain't even trying to be like just.
I'm happy with the academy wages, let alone the Trey wages. Like.
Nah, the academy wages are decent, bro. You're not seeing.
No, but obviously you have. We understand, bro.
You're on like the Salah Van Dijk wages, so it's a bit different.
Nah. If I was on that, trust me, be different. Won't be hydro. But I did
train all them future stars and that, just dishing them out to Brentford and that. But you think he ain't getting paid? But I know.
No, hey, Sam, we can't say these things for lads.
Oh yeah, my bad.
Can't say. No. It's just you recommend and people do what they need to do. But man, then appreciate you guys jumping in, man. As I said, I was just doing a Q&A with the people just to see where their heads are at with the season so far. Roundtable conversations. The manager looks like he's going to be here. The conversation me and Drifty had yesterday said it's going to be a you problem if you have a problem with Arne Slot being here now, because it looks like he's going to be here for a long, long time. He said he's got tenure.
Yes, man. Chat was cooking Drifty still. I can't lie. We got the chat.
Yeah, you guys need to. Nah, you guys need to chill still. I don't know why they cook, bro. He's like, Drifty. Nah, he said, what did he say? When the man didn't pick on him most of the time, and I was like, I don't see they do, but chat.
No, bro. I told you, bro. Drift is that you, bro. You'll dash a stone and that when the man them are looking the other way, and then when man start beefing, like, what are you beefing for, bro? You dashed a stone at them, big man, and then said that would back the case. Then you got rushed.
Nah, Hydro ends is crazy. You know, you man are taking the piss, bro. Don't let Sav make you guys say stuff, please, bro. Just
Man, like Hydro, man. It's a cold Marvel name still.
Hydro Ends. I might put down a t-shirt, but where you guys at?
He's already thinking. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't even thinking that, but we're here now.
Nah, this guy's a jokes, bro. So since then when he did the Saeed in the Mandem channel, moving bougie. Nah, bro. I got invited.
It's different ends of it, like ends on a different.
He didn't even want us to watch, bro. He didn't even send the link so we could see it.
Bro, he didn't even send the link to watch.
Had to hear from his moms, bro.
It's brazy. It's again, we understand that. We get it. We like when you get to this position, we understand that there's certain. It's a bit like when you're a footballer. There's certain people you just can't always hang around with because they might.
Right? Nah. Don't do that. Don't, because I did see you man call me a snake in the chat yesterday.
Yeah, because Sam said you were supposed to, and you was on another channel.
Okay, no. Let me clear that up. Let me clear. G, don't you dare stir nothing.
Man, never called you Malfoy in that blood. That's what I heard.
Heard you got picked by the sorting hat for slivering. It was mad.
Yeah.
Okay, let me clear that up. I got invited the day before, so that was already planned.
I don't know about
and
that.
I said yes. So it wasn't I chose. Because come on, bro. But it was a choice.
Yeah, but we ain't got no. We're just taking your word for it.
Don't worry, I've got the WhatsApp. I can send you guys the WhatsApp. So that's fine.
No,
because he said there's no proof.
I don't try to give us some Photoshop thing, blood.
Yeah, bro, come on now. AI.
Yeah. Some Canva editing that blood. Don't try to give us that.
Yeah.
It's all right.
And Canva's got some good edits as well these days.
Yeah,
so
man.
trust. Like,
it's good, man. Don't worry about
so nothing I do is gonna. Okay, fair enough.
It's fine.
Hope you had a good time over there, though.
Yeah. Like I genuinely hope you're well. I hope it was all blessed. Yeah.
Hydro Malfoy. Nah, allow it.
Hydro Malfoy's crazy.
Light skin activities, bruv. Allow it.
This football club, man.
Not everyone can be dark, bruv. But man, them.
No need for that, but
bro, we just took a turn for the worst. Like that was, I thought we was chilling.
Put man under the pressure. He just turned racist, but I hear it.
I don't need it. I don't need this level of like, you know what I'm saying? Having a calm day.
Hold on, man. Is that where he was with? He was with. Would you with Jeff Hardy, bro?
I can't remember. Yeah, there's a few people on the panel. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I know.
Okay, I hear it.
There's a few people on the panel.
Big up to them though.
Right, Liverpool lads. Let me sleep. Let me live now. Yeah, Liverpool. Where's our?
What a club! What a club!
I did watch the video, Sam. I don't think I've seen you pause a video that many times that quick.
Oh yeah, that was jokes. Yeah,
no, because he got irritated with like lines, not even a sentence.
Yeah. Savage wasn't even letting man finish the sentence. He was just
I'm telling you, bro. Slot and Hughes are in a relationship, bro. Like that, they love each other, man. That's not that part's not PR, bro. They are homies, bro. That's just done. Man started the thing talking about man's coffee table, but I said, what? I said, oh, you got like a coffee table like that in your house? He's like, yeah, mine's not as big, but so what the fuck? Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. That's fine, bro.
What was the word he used?
Synergy.
Synergy.
I have never heard my brethren said, yo, we got synergy, you know.
Nah, bro. No man should have synergy with the next grown man, blood. I don't know what he's talking about.
Bro, the only time I want to see synergy is if you men are doing the fusion technique and you
bro, on a Dragon Ball Z thing, bro. Because that my man, the American dude, but he was just sitting in the corner chilling, bro. He's just like, oh, what you man are talking about? I'm just here to make sure you don't say nothing stupid, blood.
Yeah, literally. Don't embarrass me when you're talking your rubbish, you know. Just
but Sam, what did you take from it then, bro?
To be fair, I didn't learn anything new. It was just more confirmation of what I assumed anyway. And we're having like joke, like banter arguments with the fans the whole week because everyone was telling me, oh yeah, Alonso's coming now that he's been sacked from Real Madrid, and I was like, I don't believe he is, bro. I feel like staying at Liverpool, and I know, and then the people that agree with that, like, yeah, he'll stay to the end of the season. I'm like, no, bro, I don't. I think he's here and beyond, bro. On a Buzz Lightyear thing, I think he's our manager, bro. Because I was trying to think this, and I know they run on a lot of data and that.
Mm.
And it feels like to me, which I don't know 100%, like they kind of got the seasons mixed around in it by proxy because he went and won the league in his first season, which of course you want him to win the league, but I bet that wasn't his objective.
Nah.
You get me? But he did it early, so you threw a spanner in the works, innit? So now they're trying to spend all this money and all that. And for that, they would have looked at the data, looked at every other team and said, okay, if you buy this many players and try to integrate them, how long does it take to get whatever, you know what I mean? And for us fans and that, I'm like, nah, you dash these man in to spend that much money, bro. They better deliver on that. But they look at it in more detail than we do, obviously. And I think that's the reason why they're cool with it, because I feel like Richard Hughes takes some ownership of how bad it's gone to. From the sound of how they were talking, it didn't sound like he was trying to throw a slot under the bus. I mean, like, you've been trash all season. It was almost like but it didn't. It's like he doesn't even think that they've been trash. It's just like, oh yeah, it's not really gone the way we wanted it to, but it's kind of all right because we look to the future anyway. So when they kept mentioning we're looking further ahead, I'm like, I get it. As a business standpoint, I get it. Like, you can't just look at the short term and that, because that's what projection is. But we're football fans, and unless we are a team coming up from the championship that was relegated before put into administration, and you're telling us about the future, about a stadium you're going to build in 6 years, and then this what you're going to build in 10 years, and in 15 years the community is going to be better. Unless you're one of them teams, I ain't trying to hear about projection, bro. The only projection we're trying to hear is now and next season. I don't care about the season after that. Now and next season. Win now and then keep it next season, bro. Retain. Win, retain. We ain't trying to hear about 5 years into the future. Don't buy buying these youngsters and that and trying to tell me he's going to be good in 5 years. His legs might not work. Bradley's injured. He hasn't even had 5 years at Liverpool. He's been injured since the moment he came in the door, bro. Since Klopp started him. So that's how, when it comes to projections and that's why I don't argue with man when they talk about ceilings and all that. But bro, don't tell me about man's better because he's ceiling, bro. What is it, man? A carpenter, bro. What are you talking about? Ceiling. So he's what you potentially think he can get to, bro. We've seen 100 failed wonder kids, bro. The ones who were meant to be the best, all of them. Remember, Man City had a crop of them, Rodwell and Sinclair and all that.
Yeah.
Remember Tom Ince and all that, bro. And these are just the ones in England. We've seen it. Remember Bojan and all that. And these are cold, bro. Hesse. I'm not trying to hear about this, man. Buy me the players now.
Even Suso, bro. Suso was one as well. He should have.
Teixeira and all that. Tyson.
Teixeira.
Yeah, man.
The other Sturridge one as well. There was another kid called Sturridge, another striker.
Oh, yeah.
We sold him,
man. I think they need to. I don't think they should have abandoned their initial system. You know, it might sound like I'm being hypocritical, but I've been on stream with you lot too long now, and you know that I never said we need to go and splash loads of cash and to spend bare money. I've always said, and me and G had this argument loads of times. Well, not argument. It was in agreement. Can we be in the conversation for the big players though?
Yeah,
not 5 of them. 1 of them. Like, if Bellingham's free, can we be in the conversation? If Casado's free, can we be in the conversation? And not that Liverpool's looking, but normally Liverpool just drop out and we're not even in it. I just wanted to be a part of the conversation. You get me? So I was expecting part of the conversation, we get a 1 Wirtz, bro, and that's it. I'm not expecting Wirtz and Ektika and Isak. And I think they've abandoned their Moneyball thing. I hear it.
Yeah.
But it does work. It does, especially if you put it around loads of class, because now you're looking at Bradley being injured and you want to do the right back, and all the players you just mentioned before I came on stream, like the positions, all the numbers we're speaking now is Wharton 100 mil and blah 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 this, and I'm not dissing Wharton at all. But you can't tell me there's not somebody who can do what Wharton can do for way less, bro.
No, there is, but we don't seem to.
Old they would have done that before. They would have checked the data and said, that's Wharton. Let's find the person who's just like Wharton based on the data, who's for 20, 30 mil cheaper. That's what we always done. That's how we got all of our players before. But now, it's not the same, man. So this is Liverpool going forward. So I just have to change the way I support the club until the skis is gone.
Now, I was saying as well, though, in terms of when you said about what we want and what the club wants don't align. So what we think, what we should be doing for what success looks like isn't what the club looks at. So we as fans want to win every season. do we own the right to say, yeah, we should win every season? Not own it, but yeah, because we have a really good team. If we didn't have a good team, then we wouldn't have the conversation around it, right? If we didn't think these players that we have couldn't compete, then yeah. But for them, they go, what does a 3-year plan look like? What does a 5-year plan look like? And then what does the success look like in those years? So for them, they're like, well, as long as we win a Premier League every 3 years, that's success. Because they're looking at the competitions. The Man City's, the Arsenal's now, Chelsea's there. Man United will probably be back at some point. So you've got the teams that can go and spend big money and try and compete.
Yeah.
But us as fans, that's why we clash. But I think because we don't get a lot of, not even the information, but I think when we don't get clarity, so we understand what we're trying to do. You know, like what you said, you know, and then I started watching it because you mentioned it. The Man City one, when every season they come out and they speak about what the project is for the year, what our plans are. And I think if we had something like that, and I'm not saying they need to be a Man City or whatever, but if we had something like that where, like the round table, maybe don't do it when we're trying to bring everyone back on side. Do it at the start of the season and go, right, we're planning to do something in terms of the market. We don't have to give things away. We're planning to try and bring some players in to help the squad. Cool. So that clears it up for the fans. They go, right. So Liverpool are trying to bring in some players. Then they go, right, we know last season the football wasn't too great. So we're trying to find ways to make sure we can get the fans on side, and we're going to play in a style that's going to suit the team and the players that we have. Cool. Yeah. So now the fans go, okay, they're aware of what's going on. Then the next part is like, you go into preseason, they tell you like, look, this is what we're trying to achieve. This is what we're going to do. These are the games which normally comes out anyway. We're trying to play these teams because of this. Oh, we want to play these man because they do this, and that will help us in the season because our struggles were low block. So let's play against a team that does that. Maybe in preseason, play against 6 low block teams. Yeah. To figure it out and come up with a plan. Maybe something like that. And I think that would give the fans like so much more clarity. So then if we go into the season and they go, the plan is to try and compete for the Premier League and see if we can win the Champions League as well. But one of the main objectives is we need to get as far as we can in the cups because we want progression for the youth. Bro, I think if we fail or we don't do what we said we were going to do in terms of we don't tick all the boxes, but you can see that we're trying, I don't think the fans will have an issue. But at the moment, we go in, the football's dead, and our manager going, nah, it's small margins. We're like, bro, watch the game, my guy. It wasn't small margins, bro. That they were better than us. We didn't do enough to break them down. We didn't see what you're seeing. And then the next game will be like, oh, it's set pieces, man. And we're like, bro, but I hear that. But you do know goals can be scored without a set piece. You do know that, right? That most of the goals in football is scored without a set piece. If he's playing football, get the ball in the box, go. But I feel like because of that disconnect with the manager, disconnect with the fans, there's just a complete disconnect. Nah, that's why I think everyone has an issue now. And that's why I think the manager change would be helpful. But as we've seen, they're not going to do that. So we are now here.
I think it's like you know, like when even when Klopp came in, an example, and I don't always keep going back to him, but he's the most recent one that we've had. Yeah. Ultimately, when he came in, yes, we had a worse team and we were still trying to build and etc. But I still didn't even have that belief that he would win a title. I just had belief in him in terms of I feel that whatever you're trying to do, I can roll with that. Even if it doesn't bring me a title, I feel like you can at least get us close to that. Like you'll get us as close as I've ever been, i.e. 1 point off Manchester City, and then of course going on to win it and stuff like that. I still thought, yeah, he would win the cups, and because that's what Liverpool have always done my whole life. But in terms of the belief in the manager, the problem I'm having, and I think for most people in the chat, most people just in general, is that we don't have belief in the manager. So regardless of what he's doing, even winning the league last season, can we really sit there and say, yeah, but I have belief in you that you can be someone who can continue doing whatever. So you can dominate in whatever way that, however that looks, you can continue doing so. And I feel like that's where the disconnect, as well as what everything that N said as well, is we don't have that clarity. But I also feel like I look at the manager and I'm like, I don't have faith in you. Like, as in, whatever you do, listen, I can see Liverpool can go and win the Champions League and the FA Cup. I don't think I'd even give him the credit. But he's done it though. And technically speaking, after 2 seasons, if you told me, yeah, Liverpool will go and win the Premier League, Champions League, and an FA Cup in 2 seasons, really and truly, I should be gassed at that. But I'm looking at it thinking, yeah, but I still want you out though. And I shouldn't think that. We shouldn't sit here and be like, yeah, we want the manager to leave after winning 2 of the biggest trophies that we all want to win. That shouldn't be the case. But it's because I don't believe you. I don't believe what you're trying to do. And then, as N said, it goes back to the ownership. It goes back to the Richard Hughes, the Michael Edwards, and Billy Hogan, whatever his name is. Like, it goes back to those guys where I'm just like, yeah, but we don't even know. Like, what are you on? Like, genuinely, what are you on? Because I don't know what you're on. You keep saying for the future, but I'm sorry, but you signed a guy who's who's 20. And listen, Jackway might be sick. Like, he might actually just be a baller. But guess what? Can anybody kind of really tell me many under 25-year-old centre backs who have just been sick from the age of like 20? You might have to go back into like the Maldinis, and I don't even know. Like, you'd have to go back in time to find those guys. Virgil van Dijk was not popping like that at the age of 20. Do you get what I'm saying? We got him when he was 25, 26. Why? Because he was now progressing into someone who was a lot more experienced and a lot better. You go and sign Leone and the thing and Jackway. Cool. Now, if Konate goes, you've only got Van Dijk back there. Van Dijk looks like he's kind of just slowly on his way down to whatever he's going to be. He's going to be on. Now you're looking at, well, we still need to end said about, are we going to sign 7 players? I'll be honest, bro. If Liverpool really want to be Liverpool don't, in my opinion, just my opinion, no one else's, I don't feel Liverpool as a institution have a hunger to be an elite football club. And what I mean more so is more on the pitch. Off the pitch, I believe Liverpool have the mentality to be an elite football club. On the pitch, Liverpool don't have that mentality, like a Manchester City, like a Chelsea.
I agree.
And I probably even like the Real Madrid, but by all of those kind of teams. And the reason why I named it in Chelsea is because Chelsea will do everything they possibly can. They'll sack managers, they'll let go of players, they'll buy this, they'll keep doing everything they can to potentially be at the top. Liverpool don't have that mentality.
You're right, because these men will cheat to win on the pitch. They have,
and I'm not saying cheat, by the way. I'm
not, but I'm saying that's their hunger in it. They will cheat to do that.
Exactly.
I'm with you, bro. Because you know when you just said that you don't know if you believe in him. That's what I'm thinking about. Slot. I don't think he believes in it. I struggle because I don't like him anyway. But when I listen to him speak, and I haven't followed his career because I don't care like that. And when I listen to him speak and I listen to round table, I'm like, he came up with some of the sentiments that us three were coming up with at the beginning of the season when we were playing shit and everyone was telling us performances don't matter. This guy said yesterday that it's more important to play good football than to win the trophies. You can't believe that he said that. I couldn't believe it. He said
that's something that we would say.
He said that we haven't been good. Like he said, and the fans, I understand because I agree with them that we probably haven't really played good football since. And he gave the date that we did.
He's watching the stream.
Like, hold on a minute, brother. This seriously? It's not going to change for me. Like, he can't fix it.
Yeah.
Seriously, is he a good footballing manager who's petrified to play his own style? So he's just gone with whatever wishy-washy thing this is. Because he seems like he's petrified, bro. Because there's no way you can say everything's about good football. I want to play good football. Always mention PSG. Tell us that it's more important than the trophies, and then put out them performances, bro.
Do you think it is, Xavier? You know when he first came in, obviously we looked at systems he used, right? And a few of the systems was full wing backs. We saw this, bro. It was wing backs. It wasn't like you were out here playing the 4-2-3-1. It was wing back. Big up, Callum. And then was like you play with a lone striker, but you wanted a mobile striker that can link play, but he scored goals. Yeah. And then he came into Liverpool, and someone said to him straight away, "Oh yeah, we saw that your formation is a 4-2-3-1." He's like, "Wait, who told you that? I don't play that, but that's what we play." So I'm like, "Oh, so you've got," and then he's gone. I don't want to tweet too much when I come in. I just want to let them do what they're doing. I'll just tweet a little bit and then we'll go. We now won the league with that. So now in his mind, exactly what you're saying is like, is he petrified of actually going to play his own way? And he's trying to find, he's stuck between, do I stick with what won me the league or do I try and implement a little bit of what I'm trying to do? And now he's in this limbo space now where he's like, we want to do this counter-attacking, free-flowing Liverpool, but then he's like, but I want to hold the ball, but I want to... And you're like...
Bro, no other... when he got to January last season, and just beyond that, we were already 14 points ahead in the table, innit? And
Yeah.
that's when he said that people figured us out. Okay, they figured you out, but you've won the league, innit? Where else in life would you get that successful at something and then go, I think people are clocked onto what we're doing. I'm changing it completely. But what? Would you just try and tweak what you was doing? No, I've never seen a boxer just be, oh yeah, I'm doing whatever, regular right-handed and that. Oh, he hit me once. I'm going southpaw, bro. I'm left-handed now. What? It was a few teams, bro. And there was one line he said yesterday, bro. And I don't have it verbatim, but he said when he was talking about the football of the Premier League, he said, and to be honest, I think the Premier League should do something about it if they want like the football to be good. Well, what do you mean? What do you mean the Premier League should do something about it? About the football? What? And then he said, then he laughed and he said, but maybe that's just my preference. Brother,
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah, I heard
you
that.
want man to change the whole league, bro.
He done the passive aggressive things. He done the passive aggressive thing. He's like, I'm fed up with these dead teams in the league. Play this dead football. Just play football. But he just like, just joking. Don't worry about it, man. Don't worry about it.
So we can pick you apart, bro. That's what he wants.
That's why he likes playing against those, like some of those, like Brightons and
yeah.
He loves playing against those teams.
Oh, he loved the Marseille, bro. He loved the Marseille game.
Oh,
he said, you man want to try and step up. Newcastle, you man want to try and attack.
Aston Villa, play out from the back. Oh, that's a dream for me. That's a dream. It's an absolute dream.
Cav, welcome, bro. I don't know if you've caught any of the stream so far, and did you get a chance to watch the round table conversation, man, with the guys his synergy brethren? Cool,
synergy, yeah, that word was used a few times. There are buzzwords in it, man. Apologies, I haven't caught the stream, so I apologies if I repeat what you guys have said.
No, go on, man.
Opinions, but I did watch it. Caught me off guard. I was driving home from work yesterday. When I thought, I'll stick some con whilst I drive. And I seen round table with you said and Sly. I was like, what is this? So I clicked it, seen it was 35 minutes. Instant thought, which I think everybody had the same thing. This manager's not going anywhere then. First thought, I thought, obviously, this is doubling down. This is telling everybody, yo, this is the team, get used to it. So then, yeah, look, listen to it. And I think the thing that struck me was they say the right things.
Mm-hmm.
They said the things that we've all said, where they addressed the sort of transition, the moving on from Klopp, the football and what Liverpool means to so many fans, being on the front foot, being attacking, taking the game to the opposition, all those things. So if you didn't watch the football, you'd think, oh, these guys are perfect then, right? They're great. They fully get what Liverpool should be. But obviously we do watch the games and that isn't translating into the football we're seeing. So it was an interesting watch. See, I'm a little bit torn when it comes to my feelings towards Liverpool because I respect their approach. I respect the sustainable model. And I like the fact that they've built the club up off the field, improved the training facility, stadium, and all of that. Kept Anfield obviously where it is instead of knocking it down, going elsewhere. I think they're all good business decisions, and they were right in them in saying that good decisions off the pitch usually correlates to winning trophies on it. So I like the model. I just still have this feeling that with not so much with Hughes, but certainly with Slot, that he gets it all. And he has the right intentions and he wants Liverpool to do well and he wants Liverpool to play good football. But there's always that air of self-preservation with him. Like, I will do as much as I can until it starts to impact me and my image. And then I'm going to defend myself. And like, I think, Sav, you just sort of said there about when he said about how he thinks the game should be played and talking about the Premier League and stuff. And I was just thinking, all right, he's too intelligent to know that he said it and then he sort of covered himself at the end by saying, well, that's just my thoughts kind of thing. But I'm looking at that stuff going, you want Liverpool to do well and you're going to try your best to make Liverpool do well. But the moment that the criticism comes our way, which it has been this season, you're always going to defend yourself. And Liverpool fans are too smart and too switched on for that. And we want to see that our manager is a bit like, I'm going to put everything into this. I really appreciate this is probably the best managerial role I'm going to get. There's no step up from here. I would rather lay it all on the line and give everything that I possibly can. Whereas with this guy, it's a bit like, I'll do 95%, but I'll hold 5% back for me and preserve me. And that's where I just feel disconnected with him. So interesting. Like I say, said all the right things. I like a lot of their approaches. I like the collaborative working, I won't lie. When it comes to signing players and stuff, clearly they talk between them. Very little talk about Edwards. It seems like he has some input, obviously. But really it is down to these two. When it comes to signing players, which then translate into the football we see. It was everything that we thought was just literally like cemented yesterday. That's the people. That's how they work. That's their personalities. That's their approach. And that's their vision. And all of it sounds great. But like I say, this season, that hasn't correlated. And back in the last season, which they addressed as well, didn't correlate. And for me, I'm never going to accept this conversation about low blocks and fine margins and this and that, because my opinion is, as the best club in England, or the most successful club in England and in Europe, and we're up there in the top 3, if you like, we should be so much better than teams that want to do low blocks.
Of course.
You know, our football should just be so much better that if you want to come sit back for 90 minutes, it's 90 minutes. It's an hour and a half. Like, at some point, you're getting broken down.
Yeah.
Because we should possess the quality with the players, and we should have a manager with the coaching and all the support to overcome that. So I don't accept the argument that it's okay for it to fall down to fine margins, or it's okay to be frustrated by the opposition and stuff. Yeah, get all of that. Beat your Liverpool, and you've got some of the best players in the world. So just do better. Because I think I said it before. I don't ever recall Man City moaning when they was winning leagues saying teams are coming up and sitting low block against us. No, they were just better than them. We'll just break you down at some point then.
Also, Kat,
that's what we should be.
Also, Kat, I think it's to do with the standards of what we expect from the players as well. So, for an example, like we're okay calling out the ones that we're okay calling out. So when we're ready to throw someone on the bus, we're like, yeah, we'll just throw him on the bus. Who cares? We don't really like him anyway. But the expectations for the ones that should be doing it is so low that we're okay with not being able to get a goal or not being able to affect the game in a positive way. So that seeps into the other players, and then it goes, and then we just sit there going, well, we are the better team with the better players. The other team isn't really working hard. They're just kind of just doing their job to the lowest possibility they possibly can. But our players are not really showing what they should show. And then you got players on the bench like waiting, like, give me the opportunity because I'll run past this guy, or I'll get this shot off, or I'll defend that guy. And we've gone, and he's gone, nah, just sit there and wait. I trust what these guys are doing. And I'm like, yeah, that's all well and good when they've done this over the years, but we're talking about this game, this 90 minutes, and this isn't working. So why don't you change something? And that's what he did really well in the first 6 months of his tenure. He done, and they mentioned it in there as well. Like, he was so good at tactical tweaks in that, especially in that first half of the season. Something wasn't working, and then it would just come out and we were a better team and we kept the ball better. But now we're just like, oh, and then similar to that, that's seeped into some of the fans as well, because we're like, it's all right, innit? It's just off day. They've done enough over the years for us anyway, haven't they? And I'm like, but if you want to do what Cav is saying, you want to be the third best. You want to be the best team in England. You want to be a team that, who cares if you're going to play low block? But that means the players have to hold a standard where, bro, if we have 3 attempts, 1 has to go in. If we have 3 attempts at you going 1v1 with your player either side of the pitch, you have to go past him. It's not let's baby. No, you have to do something good here, because that's the standards we're setting, because we want to be the best and we continue want to be the best. But at the moment, we're like, it's okay. It's all right. And then when we're ready to kind of throw players under the bus, we're ready to do it because of the players we dislike, because of maybe things we've just seen in their game over the course of a season. But I think we just need to hold the standards above board. And I think you will see a better performance. And the manager needs to do that anyway, because he's the one that affects the players. We can only say stuff online or in the stadium. They're focused on trying to get 3 points. But if the manager is going, you got 20 minutes, show me. You got half an hour. Like, look, we need to win today. We're not here to, we need them. We want them 3 points. Show me. And if you go out there and you're like having one of those, I'll wait for my moment, or I'll wait and see what happens, or I'll cut in every 2 seconds and keep hitting the first man, get off the pitch, bro. Get off.
The players play how he coaches, don't they? Because he just does the same thing over and over again, decides not to change it. As you said, last season, he did change it in the first half of the season when it weren't working. He weren't changing it. Well, he was changing it. He would change it at halftime, and then we'll do a little bit better. But you can see from just look at our wingers, bro. Just look at how they play. They do the same thing over and over again, and everyone else is screwing, and all of us fans are like, get up off the pitch. Salah, stop running shins, get him off the pitch. I'm like, bro, there's a reason why the manager's not trying to tell him to get off, because he's obviously told them it's fine margins. So whatever you do, it will work at some point. So just keep doing it. Yeah. There's no way you can watch them two perform and go, oh yeah, they should play every game. There's not a chance.
Because what's interesting is to those points is, yes, in that round table, Hughes and Slot made the point about Hughes that he's not a director of football that just looks at his own signings. He looks at every player, no matter how long they've been here, and they have a fair evaluation of the whole squad. And Hughes has a want for every player to do well, not just his own signings. And it's like, okay, that's cool then. So come the summer, are we going to see some movements in Van Dijk or Salah or Konate? I know end of contract, the decision will have to be made there. But these are players that you've invested a lot of money in, and you expect the most from them, obviously. And they've let us down this season. You know, of late, the new signings have played well. Kirkes is doing well. Frimpong before his injury was doing well. Florian Wirtz is really picking up. Ekitike has been pretty good throughout the most part of the season. Isak's obviously been injured. The poor performances have almost been led by some of the players that you've entrusted, really. McAllister the same, Virgil, Salah. So they're talking about evaluating the whole squad fairly and equally, and they're talking about planning a year ahead. Well, a year ahead basically gets us to the summer, and then in the summer we're going to have is there going to be a conversation take place between those two guys to say Salah's not good enough? That season was not good enough. Yeah. Not only for the level we expect because of the money that we pay him, but just in terms of Liverpool standard and Premier League standard, that wasn't good enough. So if everybody's being evaluated and treated equally, then surely that's the guy you're looking to get rid of in the summer, right? And if they don't, then I will come back to this roundtable conversation and go, that's where your actions haven't matched your words. You've said all the right things, but therefore you need to, if you're thinking about the future, you're thinking about style of football, you understand what the fans want to see, you want to be sustainable, you're spending a hell of a lot of money now and you've invested big in players. Come the summer, there needs to be some, I would say, not difficult position, but I think you need to let some big players go. I think there needs to be, you either all in on creating the new generation, next wave of Liverpool stars and the next team to challenge. They spoke about medium range. So that for me is mid 20-year-olds winning in the next year, 2, 3, 4 years. That's medium range to me. Therefore, your 30-plus-year-olds that are the highest paid and letting you down, they get moved on, right? By that model. Exactly. So if that don't happen come the summer, then they're not sticking to their words. And that, therefore, and I always say it, it's great having a model, but the total opposite of that is not following the model, and therefore you're screwed. So I think they said all the things thinking, it's a great PR stunt saying all the right things, but come out and do a round table, that's going to stick in people's minds come those moments in the season where you can then fall back to it. And now we've got something to judge them against, haven't we? It's not what we, although I think a lot of us thought this was,
we got to love it, right, didn't we?
Yeah. But now it's cemented. It's like, cool. Come May when we don't win anything, and come the end of the summer when we see our transfer activity, we've now got a direct thing to compare back to. That's your model. That's your approach. That's your vision. And I can't see how you've met that. And then criticism can be fair. So
does feel like they would have got rid of Virgil and Salah. Now I'm thinking of how long them contracts took last season. I feel like if those two weren't so marketable and their contract almost pays for itself, they would have been out the door, bro. They would have been out the door. I really think one of them would have gone, bro, because I don't think their initial thing was to let Trent go. Obviously, he's young and he's he would have been the face of Liverpool. Is a Scouser, and his market is everywhere on it. But the next, Salah pays for himself, bro. His contract pays for himself. So it's not so much of what's he doing on the pitch, because there's no way their graphs are going to show, oh, after this season, Virgil and Salah's going to get better. That's not what, just because the Virgil and Salah. It's not realistic.
It's not,
Yeah.
It's not realistic.
it ain't
Not
gonna
striker.
happen.
Yeah, it's just not going to happen. So they
Well, I say
spoke
that
about their
in
data
the
and all that
case,
stuff, so
in the case of Virgil, it maybe could happen if you get a DM in front of him.
that's but with that, yeah, you're right, because I said that yesterday. It's not Virgil getting better, it's just Virgil going back to his regular level, because his level is, as long as I've got a good DM in front of me, I'm unstoppable, bro. I don't have to do as much work. As soon as he has to do half the work that Kanate has to do, Virgil looks shaky, and then you're looking at him like, oh, yeah, I don't like this. And it's proof in the pudding, because this has happened more than once. And the last time it happened, Fabinho's legs didn't work anymore, and we didn't have a DM. They were injured, and all of a sudden Perisic was skinning him out and all that, and we're trying to protect him, and they're calling him Van Disney. And I'm like, nah, he'll be fine, he'll be fine. Soon as we got a DM back to being the best in the world. It's not a Virgil thing, that's every centre-back. You know what I mean? Obviously, you mark them on what they can do without the DM as well, because DM ain't always going to be there. But that's all the centre-backs, but that's kind of what it is.
That's why I'm so, you know, like you guys were I think someone mentioned in the chat earlier on with ENDZ about like you talk about 6, like everyone we keep saying we need a 6.
Yeah.
That's why I've never been, I don't think you've heard me once say like I want a 6. I just wanted a midfielder. And the reason why is because I don't feel like, I'm not saying you shouldn't have one. I don't think you need one though. I think it's all about the structure. If you look at, if you look at Arsenal, just because they're top of the league, right?
Yeah.
You wouldn't look at Zubimendi and say, oh yeah, that's the tough tackling, you know, Mascherano-esque. No, he's not like that at all. All he does is he just sits in front of that backboard and he just screens. He picks up the ball every now and again, blah, blah, blah. Wharton, same thing. They're not natural 6s. They're just players who can help out in those kind of Vitinha, Joao Neves, Fabian Ruiz. None of them are 6s, but Vitinha is the actually deepest player. I would never look at Vitinha and say, this guy is the tough tackling. If I've got a war to win, I want him in my team. No way. But you don't need it. It's just the structure in the team. And I think it goes, again, it just goes back to everything we're saying about, I don't believe you as a coach. We won the league with Gravenberch being there. All of a sudden, this season, some people are saying, now we need another 6. Gravenberch isn't in it. Hold on. Last season, Gravenberch was absolutely fine in that position, doing whatever the manager was asking him to do, and it worked. So again, it's about the structure. That's why I'm looking at Liverpool and I'm like, and you mentioned earlier on in the stream before we jumped on that, like, do you think Liverpool should sign, or do you think we would sign like 7 players and stuff like that? I'm looking at it thinking, boy, if you're trying to be serious, you need to flip and sign about 7 players, because you need the right players in your team. But then it goes back to the coach, where I need a different coach. But if you're going to keep the same coach, which it looks like they're probably going to do, you're going to need those players in there, because he's going to need, he seems like someone, he needs exactly the exact profile. He can't do what Klopp could do, which is, yeah, Ginny was an attacking midfielder, but he can play centre midfield. That's cool. I can work with that. Do you know what I mean? Oh, I've got a James Milner who can play in about 10 positions. I'll just plot him in midfield, left back, right back, centre back. Cool. We're good to go. Jordan Henderson, you know what? We ain't got no centre backs. You play centre backs. Klopp could kind of do that because of the way his football was. Slot seems like, brother. Slot reminds me a bit of Pep, which makes sense as
I was just going to say that. That's Pep's
they
hero.
Yeah, like Pep can't really work as great as I think he is, but you can tell he's someone that if he doesn't have a specific player to play,
that's his problem this season. That's his problem this season. That's
exactly. Yeah, this season, he hasn't got the right players that he thinks he needs for him to be like, this is where it's going to work. He needs the whatever it is that he kind of needs. And I feel like Slot is in the same mold. He's like, if I ain't got the right players, I'm not my tactics ain't adaptable enough where, yeah, I can just play Jones at right back and Szoboszlai at right. Okay, you play Szoboszlai at right back, he might do great. But guess what? Midfield is now going to really stink. Now we're really missing a trick with that. Guess what? You know what? Salah doesn't play, or not even Salah. Let's say Ekatike is not going to play today. Okay, that's fine. I'm going to put Florian Wirtz in the number 9, false 9 position. Guess what? Now the attack just looks crazy now because we're not getting the ball to anybody. There's no one there. Ekatike was the kind of link. Bro, we need something different.
Makes sense though. Because my problem when he came through the door, well, and obviously I guess I was proven to be wrong because we won the league, and even though I said I think we win the league, I thought that he won't be able to be successful long term with Salah and Trent, not because
Yeah,
of not because they're not good footballers, but we play a certain way based on what they were doing. They played Trent like he was a flipping quarterback in the NFL, and he could just get you up the pitch with one pass on it. And then obviously he strolls into a club where Salah's are scoring goals. He's not going to change it.
Yeah,
So then he
definitely.
adapted and told Salah, "Don't defend. I'll just you do this. I'll do this." And that can't be your philosophy going forward, because one, you don't want to play like that, and two, Salah and Trent ain't gonna be that good, or Trent's gone now and Salah's not as good anymore. So you won't be able to do that. And it's what you go back to what you said. He wanted players that he wanted in those positions.
He wanted
100%.
Zubimendi. He wanted Zubimendi.
Exactly. And Salah doesn't play like a regular winger.
No.
So he doesn't. So that doesn't help him. So now it's like, well, when you don't score goals, you're kind of pointless to me. You don't need me. And all the wingers in the league are scoring less goals than they were before. So football's changing, and he's not adapting to anything. Football's changing, bro. He's gone back to the strikers scoring more goals. The wingers ain't really scoring. Arsenal got 20 different goal scorers, and Wirtz has scored more than Saka and Cole Palmer, but everyone's costing Wirtz. You get what I'm saying? It's a weird system, bro.
A few years back, it was conversation was that 10s don't exist anymore,
yeah,
and that strikers are there to facilitate inside forwards. And now it's changed back again, and as it was. But you guys are right. I mean, when we lost Trent in the summer, you instantly knew that you were losing somebody that was able to pass the ball with such range, right? So your build up instantly is different. So you lose the transitional threat, because literally, as soon as you win the ball back in your own defense, your own third, you give it Trent and you back up the pitch with one pass. That's now gone, right? You've lost Diaz, who's somebody that can create just by himself, willing running, cuts across his man, carries the ball, links up, hits byline, gives you everything really, on and off the ball. And you've lost Nunes, who's a willing runner. So you've lost pace, you've lost direction, you've lost pass. So the team is always going to have to change. It has to. And I get it, like bringing in Frimpong to offer pace on the wing, cool. But he's going to carry the ball rather than pass it like Trent did. You bring in Florian Wirtz, now you've got a 10. So you've got a guy that you need to play the ball through. So you're going to be more centrally and then hit the wider areas in the final third rather than in the middle of the park and work your way in. And you sign strikers that are strikers. Isak is on the shoulder of the defense. He's waiting for tap-ins. He's not looking to, he'll drift a little and he'll drop in a little to link play, but that's not really what he wants to be doing. He wants to play inside the 18-yard box. So the whole thing was always going to change. So it makes sense that he would want a Zubimendi to sit in front of the back four, to just play simple passes, because our build-up is going to require 10 more passes than it probably did last season because of the players that you've lost. So I get it. It makes sense. That theory makes sense. What then doesn't make sense is you didn't get Zubimendi and you then got no one else, as well as changing Gravenberch's role. So it's like, hold on a minute. It felt like you understood what was going to happen to you. You understood what you needed to do to react, yet you just spent your money elsewhere. So that, to me, if come back to the round table, Slot's talking to Hughes is talking to Slot. They understand the plan, the vision, planning a year ahead. Oh, I don't see evidence of that, guys, because I like the players we've signed, but we've been talking for ages about needing to sign cover in defense and a defensive-minded midfielder. And we ain't got those two things. And that's ultimately why we look like such a disjointed side. Because I believe, yes, new players have got to settle, they've got to work together. I get all of that. But it's so unbalanced. The team is so unbalanced. Like, we always knew that with the case of having Salah in there, right? But Salah worked in part of a system where you had your left winger that was just doing all the work and running. You had a forward that was dropping into overload midfield. You had workman-like midfielders, and you had direct passes out from the back. That is a completely different system to what we have now. And it worked a little bit last season whilst we did still have Trent and Diaz, and we did still have Szoboszlai in midfield doing the hard running. It was very similar to the 18-19, 19-20 team in some ways. But going into this season, the whole thing changed. So I just don't get why they didn't go out and make better signings or get different profiles of player if they understood what the team required. And now we're left. Now we're left with a disjointedness. But the only saving grace in this is that Florian Wirtz and Ekitike are doing so well now that it's almost like it's so glaringly obvious that you have to just build around them.
Build around them, yeah.
There you go. Whatever you need. If that's pacey wingers, if that's workman-like wingers, if that's two guys behind Florian Wirtz that do the dog work, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. Facilitate Florian Wirtz and this team.
You know the craziest part, Cav, yeah? You're right. In terms of we needed someone in the Zubimendi ilk, we have got Curtis Jones that can do that job.
Yeah.
And
you could have said to him at the start of the season, that's your wrong.
If you would have put Curtis as your Zubimendi type, simple passes, get on the ball, difficult to be dispossessed, good ball retention, knows where to find those gaps and spaces, can calm the game down when we need it to, and then fire it into those runners, the guys that can transition. Then what you can then do is you can then rotate your Szoboszlais, Gravenberch, McAllisters, and Wirtz, because now you've got midfielders where you've got Gravenberch, he's good on the turn. You've got Szoboszlai, powerful run. You've got McAllister. If you give it to him in those half spaces, he can probably find the final third passes for you. And then you've got Wirtz, which is the creator. And if he doesn't have to come too far back and you allow them to press us, he can then operate in more space to go and show what he's really about. And for some reason, you're right, he did know this was coming and he was planning for it. But then he looks at the players and ups to play the players that he shouldn't play in the positions that he's playing them in. So Gravenberch, you got the best out of him by going, just sit. Be the guy that screens. I'd stay. Don't go anywhere. Then come 6 months in, he goes, I'm shifting it because everyone's playing low block. So now he goes, oh, we can allow him to venture forward. Yeah. And I'm like, bro, you just look at the players that are playing shit and not really creating anything, not beating their man, and change them. Leave the guy that's anchoring and making sure he's adding stability and protection. Leave him where he is. You've gone, no, you can go as well because you want to overload. And I'm like, but if they counterattack, you do know there's no one in the middle of the pitch to stop them, right? And then, as I said, you got Curtis and he's choosing not to use him. And when you use Curtis, I'm like, you're not seeing that he adds stability to your team. But you need to play him in a position where you have to sell it, not even sell it to him because he's done it twice for England. This brother went into England, got called up for England and went centre mid and become the anchor and just cooked. And I'm like, no, he's got this. And I've had conversation with me and G, and I was like, no, we have got a Vitinha type in our team, but our gaffer don't see it. And I can see the vision. If you put him there, he will give everyone freedom to do what they need to do. And then if you want to take him out, put Gravenberch in there. Because you've got other midfielders that can go.
Bro,
and
he
then
coaches like he asked them what they want to do.
Yeah,
like, he does, because if you think of where all of them play on the pitch, he looks like he's asked them, where do you want to play? Guys, like, that's not where he's chose to play. Gravenberch said he wants to score more goals than before, so he's up there. McAllister doesn't want to be back there, so he's in Wirtz's spot in the way, and Wirtz wants to be in the 10. So that's why there's no one, there's always a hole. We've got like the best and worst midfield in the league. They're really good on paper and individually good. I don't know about McAllister anymore, but they're individually good. But then when, as a collective, it's like they don't know each other. Every time I watch them, it's like all individually doing different things, and I'm so confused half the time. Where you're meant to be, why you're in Wirtz's spot. If you're here, then who's the one holding the fort there? Because there's a gap between you and then Konate and Virgil. There's a big hole there, and the teams are gonna break. And it's like you already know they play long ball, so there's no one back there. When that ball goes over the top, it's a free run. It doesn't matter how bad you are in the league as a team. All the teams have fast wingers and fast attackers. And whether you're Virgil and Konate, it's a lot to deal with. So then you just got people running at our back four constantly over and over again. Not to mention, Kirkens and Frimpong are already up the pitch as well. They're already up the pitch. So I don't know what his plan is. But I don't ask them what they want to do. Tell them. Yeah, it was nice how Gravel smiling against Newcastle start of the season. He's all excited. Oh yeah, spoken, got to score some more goals and then get to venture further forward. No, bro. That's not what everyone bigged you for. No one bigged you up last season for attacking. Man, them were damn near calling him the best DM in the league, you know.
Putting out fires, bro. That's what he was doing last season.
People bigged up Slot over Klopp for was, oh my God, it's what Slot done to Gravenberch. It's turned him into one of the best. Here's the truth. And they just changed it.
Do you think, I was thinking about this, yeah. I almost feel like Slot is the manager that we should have maybe have had in terms of his style of football, right? He's the manager maybe during those periods where obviously Liverpool, like after Liverpool won the league, I feel like Slot would have been a better suited manager for that period of football as opposed to like now. So like now we've gone back, to it's just about physicality. You need to be strong in that middle of the park. You're going to need fast wingers or wide players, etc. But he's not trying to play that football. He's trying to play the football that really 5 years ago, 6 years ago, when Pep was obviously at the height of his powers, where it's like intricate play, all this slow football, passing side to side and blah. I feel like he's almost, I'm looking at him, I'm like, you're going backwards in terms of where football, like you're buying all these players. You can buy Florian Wirtz, Ekiti, great players, right? They're not really built for this though. I'll be honest, they're not really, but you can see that's why in the Premier League, they don't really look all that. In the Champions League, though, that style of football is still there and it's always going to remain there. In the Premier League, though, you can see it. Liverpool look very light, and we've spoken about this last season in the middle of the park. How do you look so light? You come up against Newcastle, fair enough, I'll give you that. But we're coming up against everybody, and we look weak in the middle of the park. That doesn't make sense to me when you've got players in there who should be kind of fine to kind of do their thing. I understand it now because I'm like, you want players who can really play football. That's fine. But I'll be real, bro. You ain't got the DNA of a football club like a Barcelona, where that's just their football. There's no negotiable. There's no negotiating how we do things. This is you just need to come in and be able to play that kind of football, and that's that. Luis Enrique can do that at PSG. Why? Because he's from that same DNA. You're not from that DNA, bro. So you now coming into Liverpool, where we're more about high octane football, press from the front, intensity, as we all laughed about it back in the day. But that's what Liverpool are all about. And that's what the Premier League is now turning into, where it's about physicality. If you're coming up against low block, bro, you just got to be super intense with it. You need to move the ball at like 100 miles an hour. Otherwise, it's just not going to happen for you. But we're moving the ball side to side. The football is slow. It's boring. It's all monotone. You're monotone. The players are playing like they're mono. For me, it's just not really aligning as to what we're trying to do and what he's trying to do and what the Premier League. Hence why in the round table, he talks about, he wants the Premier League to change. Yeah, of course you do. You want them to play football like this is 5-6 years. Of course you do, because your football can work. I don't believe that his football is so shit that it can work in the right circumstances. Yeah. But in this circumstance, bro, it can. I promise you, it is not work. Brighton, we know Brighton as a team that over the years play good football. But you think Brighton are doing that now, bro? I promise you, Brighton are going back to front quicker than I've ever seen them before.
Yeah, they are, bro. Man.
You just have to adapt and change, and you're not doing that. You're willing to stick to your principle, and I'm like, bro, like it's becoming tedious watching the games. That's why nobody wants to watch these games anymore. It's boring. We're coming on here, we're watching the same thing over and over. The crowd, and that's why I said that's the biggest indicator for me anyway, is that the crowd are even like, yeah, I can't even fuck with this anymore. You're going to the game paying your 30, 40, 50 pound, and you can't fuck with it. That's crazy to me. That is crazy.
I think I understand the league is gone backwards in a certain respect, like pace and power, set pieces, long balls and stuff. But I don't necessarily think you have to be that to be successful. I think play with the ball on the ground, play with a quick tempo, set your team up in such a way that you can create chances without having to rely on set pieces, things like that. I think that there's just not good enough coaches and probably not good enough players as well. But I don't think there's good enough coaches setting their teams up in that manner to overcome all of this. I think that there's coaches are becoming afraid of the long balls and set pieces, that they're now compensating for it rather than going, no, I'm just not going to give you a set piece then because you can't get near my team. And I think the thing that gets me with Slot is he's not got a clear structure with his side. And you just said it there, Enz. If he started the season by saying, right, Curtis, you're my 6, or Mac, you're my 6, your role, sit in front of the back 4. You don't go out to the width of the pitch. You sit in the central channels. You drop, when we build out from the back, you drop in between the defenders, unless the opposition's pressing us in this way, then you'd go and behind their forward line and receive the ball there. You turn, but when you turn, you give it to Wirtz, who's ahead of you, or you play it out wide to on-running wing-backs. Like, set a clear structure and player instructions. Then the two other guys in midfield ahead of him, they can roam into wider areas. They can overlap and stuff and compensate. But the difficulty we've got is we're changing it from week to week.
Yeah.
So even if these players are being told one week, okay, I've got to do that in a 4-3-3. Next week, it's a 4-2-3-1. He's got someone beside him. So hold on a minute. I'm no longer the DM in the base of the pivot. We're both the pivot now. So that influences things. Then we go to a 4-2-2-2. And you've got two strikers up front, right? And you've got a winger that don't drop back. And you're left exposed. And it's change. I actually think that we've got a great squad. And I actually think whilst nobody's a natural DM outside of Endo, right? If you just cemented that player instruction, as well as telling Wirtz to be in the 10, as well as telling your fullbacks to look, open their bodies up and just be up and down the flanks rather than coming in field. If you just had clear player instructions, I actually think this team could be set up, right, to play good football, good possession-based football. And I actually think that with the quality they've got, you've seen it with Wirtz breaking, Newcastle down in the last game, that you can create opportunities and you can shift the opposition around to create overloads or create space and free men up in the box to score good goals. I just think that we've just not committed to it. And I think that we've got afraid by what everybody else is doing. And we're sort of halfway in no man's land with our style and tactics. And the obvious thing that people say is well, Pep changed. Yeah, he did, but even still, I'm of the opinion, and I know I don't know better than these managers, but like, I'm of the opinion that if Pep should have stuck to his guns, I believe. Yes, he's got Haaland now, but possession-based football, push up the pitch, move the ball around, shift it, that'd be way better than Arsenal, way better.
Yeah.
And he's probably not got the players because, he's got different profiles and stuff now, but I just think sooner rather than later, football's going to turn again, and it's not going to be pace and power and set pieces. It's going to be possession-based football.
Yeah, because funny enough, Arsenal's a mix of it. I think Arteta's probably a mix of it. He's smart still.
Yeah,
they bought the ball around and the physical and do the set pieces and do the long ball. Like he just mixed everything. Remember Arteta when he came into Arsenal that first season when he was in the title race, their football was mad exciting. They were just smashing teams up quick. But then he got towards the end of the season, they got tired. Mentality weren't there, and then he did the same thing as well. He changed completely the next season, ultra defensive, started to buy all of these type of defensive players in. Every player he brought was a left back and a centre back, a right back and a centre back, and now he's mixed up again. And apart from the attacking side, where it's like he's trying, you can tell his means is to just get the job done this time. He doesn't care. That's why, bro, they've got 6 own goals as their second top goal scorer. He doesn't care. They're trying to score from corners directly. Like Declan Rice trying to put the ball in the net because it's like, yeah, I don't care. The league's shit. I just want to win. The Arsenal fans are desperate.
Do you think a manager can shift almost like? Do you think one manager can shift everyone else's opinion on what you need in order to be so? I.e., that's what Pep did. Yeah. So you see how Pep did that, and everyone now copies. Do you think Arteta almost kind of done that in terms of he's built a team where, if you look at their squad, in my opinion, they've got the best squad in the league, right? Because they've got a mix and blend of everything, but they're not scoring bare goals, but they don't concede any. Like they've got
20 different goal scorers.
Is it 20? Fucking hell.
20, bro. And then 21 because 21 is 6 own goals. And they're not, bro, if you see the own goals, they're not people sliding in and roasting into their own net. It's the same own goal, bro. The ball gets crossed in from a corner, it's bobbling around, and man are in there panicking, and just hitting off people's shins. It's the same thing. It's a tactic. Because Arteta didn't start doing it first, but obviously Arsenal are more popular than Villa, and Villa's more popular. Brentford were doing this before all of them, but obviously they're a lesser team. So you're right. Now some of the other teams are going to be like, yo, this could, if we set up actual set pieces in this kind of form, this just gets us an extra point to stay in the league. It's way worth it. Now, usually this shouldn't win you the league. If all of us were better, Arteta wouldn't be able to win the league like this.
No, he wouldn't. Not with this.
No chance. And that's why it's frustrating being a Liverpool fan and watching Arsenal get through to the cup final yesterday, playing shit, and this part in the league. And sometimes they play good passing football, but overall, I'm like, there's no way this is how they're going to win the league, bro. And we can't do nothing about it. We can't have no excuses because the league was shit last season too. They just got to have it. And the history books don't care how good the league was. They won it and they're desperate. Their fans will take anything. Ask them in 2 years if they still want to see that football. They're going to say no. But right now, for that one league,
they want to just get it across the line, isn't it?
People saying that, oh, we ain't won the league in 23 years or whatever. Yeah, they'll take it.
I mean, well, we didn't win it in 30. Was that just win it, innit? Like,
we just somehow ended up playing good and won it, but we would have took it anyhow. Even
that
was like, bro, COVID or no COVID, bro. I don't care.
Yeah, give me that trophy now.
Yeah. Win the title in one of the masks, bro. I don't care.
See, the thing that frustrates me as well is that Arsenal are going to win the league playing that style of football, but it's the fact that we've looked at it and gone, we need to change. Like, no, stick to your convictions. Yeah. Like when Klopp was here, his identity was Jurgen pressing, win the ball high up, create havoc. No matter what players he had, whether it was the youngsters, whether it was players he didn't want in the early days, he was changing. That is the style. And sooner rather than later, it's going to work out. And we will be better than everybody else. And Pep did the same. Possession best, tick-a-tack of football. If you don't fit the bill, you're out. Because this is the way we play. And at some point, it's going to work. Whereas we're in a sort of season whereby everybody's doubting themselves, and just the best of them doubters, Arsenal, are currently at the top. But that's why it frustrates me, because I'm looking at our squad off the back of winning the league. Yeah, we had changes, but it's like, stick to your convictions of what you want to do. Like, there's some simple decisions that could be made with this team set up that could elevate you into challenging to the league, despite all the changes in the summer. But you've chopped and changed and doubted yourself and mismatched players' instructions so much and you've lost your identity off the back of that. And then teams are getting more confident playing you off the back of that you've just created a world of mess. You should just have had a clear structure.
The worst thing is there's still time. That's what's pissing me off. There's still time. We're not going to win the league. But for everything else, what you're saying, you could change back now. There's half of the season left. Like, Arsenal, the thing is, Arsenal could literally win every trophy, bro. And I know it sounds like that can't happen. Brother, they don't look like they're going to lose much games, do they? So that means you're telling me that the games they're going to choose to lose are in these big... No, bro, like, they won every Champions League game to get through. They're in the FA Cup still. They're in the League Cup final. And they're at the top of the Premier League. When we were in this position, because we've been here, we were all saying we're going to win 4 trophies. Yeah, they could literally win the fucker, bro. Can you, like, 2 legs against Arsenal in the Champions League? Bro, you're gonna have to like draw 0-0 and then win 1-0 to beat them. It's not gonna be you smoked Arsenal 4-0 in one leg and then you beat them one. It's not gonna happen. So for me, I'm like, if you're slut, fuck what you did for the rest of the beginning of the season. It was shit, bro. But see what works, like Cav said. Okay, boys, we're winning the Champions League. Go into the change. We're winning the Champions League, boys. We're changing this up. We're doing this standard. We're winning the FA Cup, boys. Arsenal's they're taking your league title, running away from it. Make it harder for them. You know what I mean? Make it harder for them. And with these other titles, don't let them take all 4, bro. Because if they do, football's done. They can't win 4 trophies, bro.
Nah, do you know it's mad? They're having the exact same season we had last season.
I know.
That's why I need them to lose
Champions League, final the League Cup, and then you know the Premier League.
The team that's in the title race with them last season, every time we drop points, Arsenal drop points. Now, every time Arsenal drop points, City drop points. Same as last season, and Villa was in it too. Exactly the same. Exactly the same. Same in the Champions League. Forget the PSV last season one. We changed our whole team and Nalo got sent off and that. Exactly the same. We're top of the Champions League group, coasted through. But the difference is that everyone's waiting for Arsenal to get like a PSG type. But if Arsenal get them, they'll beat them.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's not that same team that they had last season. They're not.
It's also
they're not that same.
Yeah. They chose to turn up yesterday and play stinky football because Arteta's whole thing is I just need to get to where we need to get to. I don't care. We're winning the game. It's 3-1 aggregate, and we don't need to score. So well done, Chelsea.
Who's Man City in the semi-final with?
Newcastle, and they're winning. They're already. I think Man City's already 2-0 up.
So you need a Man City to win that cup final, and then you hope Arsenal get a mad draw.
Bro, I honestly,
that's what you're hoping for.
The Champions League's the worrying one because
they'll definitely walk away with a trophy this season, though.
Yeah, because in the League Cup they're going to play against an English team. They have to. Whereas in the Champions League, I feel like they'll just beat it. They can just beat any of the teams. You're hoping on the two legs that one of them they just fail to score in, and the other one is a penalty or something,
No.
or they just get beat on the day.
You know, the only team I think that can actually beat them in the Champions League is us. You know,
Probably.
I know we ain't been that great.
No, you're probably right.
I mean, we're the only one that could beat
Yeah.
that, because even though we know they've got a good squad, as G said, and they have got a really good squad, but for some reason this season they've not been able to beat us even in our worst state. And I just know if we decided, especially in that Emirates game, to just go, we're gonna go for the game as well, properly, we would have battered them in that game, because they looked so shaky when we turned it on.
Yeah.
And we nullified them with the set piece. We just nullified them. They're like, oh shit, what do we do now? And then they came to a realization that, oh, we don't know what to do, you know.
You're probably right, man. It's
And
either
then
going to be
Liverpool just
English
turned it on
team.
a little bit, and then we
Yeah,
just
you're probably right. It'll be an
Probably
English
the
team
only-
that beats them, or one of them Mourinho type managers, bro, that just set up for that day to shithouse them, bro. Like, because you know them kind of people like Mourinho on it, bro. It's like, yeah, this one game we just got to beat them. I'll do that. But
I think I agree though, because we're already at the point where that's what we're pinning our hopes of this season on, is that we can win the Champions League. So players are going to know that. And then it's Champions League. Like, the fans are just going to add the intensity because, Jesus, we need this kind of thing. And then that means the players are going to sort of take the shackles off of Slot's tactics and just go and do things. And when it becomes a bit chaotic, Liverpool look good. I personally think that we were good in the Newcastle game because Gordon decided to turn up and start throwing punches at us. And then we were like, the Anfield crowd got up, and then the players got up, and we reacted. I think if it's Newcastle turned up and sat back, we'd have seen the same performances we've been seeing.
100%.
Because they turned up and started throwing punches.
Bro, this guy Gordon went to the cop and went, you man saying stuff. I said, nah. This youth needs to hold some smoke. He's on it.
But doesn't that go to show, though, the reaction in that game? Same players. Same players. It's just the message. The message didn't come from the manager. The message come from the fans. No. We ain't getting punched up like this. Respond. And then we play good football. So in the Champions League, that can happen again. Because like we say, we know, everybody knows we need to win this game. Otherwise, we might as well just write off the remaining few months because there's nothing for us to play for. Because
Kevin, man, you know what it is? And that's why I need us, because if Arsenal win the league, yes, I think they will. And I think they deserve to be fair. They've been the most consistent team in the league. So let's say that's theirs. If we go and win the Champions League at the same time, it will be very interesting to see what the celebrations look like. Because I know we will cook celebration-wise. They might do their thing as well. They might have something different. You know, they've been trying to do this different with the media stuff. They're trying to be, you know, the new age style team. But if Liverpool in the Champions League, Mr. Big Ears number 6, I think it could be the worst thing that happened to them, because I think it would just overshine their Premier League. It wouldn't matter to the fans as such in terms of, but I think the media will be like, oh, we've got to speak about the two sides. And I
actually agree with that. I think as the wider Arsenal fan base won't give a damn, but the ones who are online and that, the conversations what you was going to have with Liverpool fans will be dampened very quick, bro. It'd be very quick, because it's what happened when Man City won the Champions League. Nobody cared. It's like, oh yeah, you look a parade in that, bro, and Jack Grealish. Nobody cares, bro. But Arsenal fans, they're hoping. Trust me, it's not just about the trophy for them. It's online. They can't take it. Imagine you doing all of that, and then we lift it's the last trophy of the season as well. So you got like a week to celebrate your Prem before Liverpool fans are like, yeah, you look a trophy in that. Here it's still, we won that the other day.
We won that the other day.
Yeah, you can pull up a chair in that, but you still can't sit at the table because you don't have a Champions League. But because let's be honest, Arsenal's somehow they've become the one team that can have been able to hold their nerve this season when they're known to be the mentally weak team, innit? But every time there's a problem, they've learned their lesson. Score an own goal, Zubomendi makes a mistake, Gabriel makes a mistake. They're just like, shake it off. Let's just keep going. But they still are Arsenal, bro, and they could fall apart in a week. Trust me, bro. Because Man City's being shit, bro. But if that 6 points got down to 3 points, and you have that one, what we had last season, where you go and get knocked out the FA Cup, and then you'd lose the League Cup final, and then you lose your Champions League game, all of a sudden, all of a sudden, Fulham on a weekend looks dark. It looks bleak.
Arsenal can't not. I'm just thinking about it now. They can't not win the league this season, because if they don't win the league this season and Man City pick them, I promise you, it will be long. It will actually be long. Like, some people have to start closing their accounts. Like, it will just be so
and
dark.
Pep will do the Fergie thing as well. He'll bounce.
Do you know?
Do
you know it's down to us this when we played City on Sunday, right? If Liverpool beat Man City, it's done.
Let them win, man.
Yeah, at this point.
No, I promise you, it's done. If Liverpool go and do the job on the weekend, it's done.
It's gonna be like that. Remember last season when they were in a title race with us? Remember the Spurs, Man City, and then Son was through on goal. These Arsenal fans wanted Son's head on a stick, blood. I'm like, he didn't miss on purpose. Edison just saved it. Ange wasn't having it. Remember, Ange turned on his own fans and that. He's like, I don't know what's going on here, mate. Turn up to the stadium. They want us to lose. He was screwing.
I felt sorry for Ange in that moment, because imagine being a manager and your fans want you to lose actively because of what the rivalry.
Right, and people don't realize Ange left Spurs a bad man, because they lost that game. Arsenal didn't win the league or win a trophy, and he won the Europa League after telling everyone, "I always win a trophy in my second season." And then the woman asked him another question. He's like, "I said what I said, didn't I?" And he did.
No, on the real, you know how much watch-alongs there's going to be on this weekend from the Arsenal fans, because they need, and they're going to be celebrating every moment we have. And yes, if we have players that stink, they're going to cook them. If we have like a player that don't turn up, that should turn up, you're going to see him get cooked, bro.
She's right though, because if Arsenal don't win this league, it'll be the worst one I've seen, simply because there's everyone's shit. When they drew with Spurs, because I didn't check my phone after the table. I couldn't believe when I looked and it said 6 points. I said, "That's it. That's it." I thought this was about to take them to like 11 points ahead or something. 6, and you've still got to play Man City. Yeah,
It was 4. It was 4. If City did their job, innit? It could have stayed 4. They would have beat them. Would have been down to a point. But City loves that, bro. When it's like within like touching distance.
Pep's rattled as well, because I watched his press conference. Them talking about net spend and that. He was screwing. He said we're 7th for net spend. So you go and tell the other teams to go do better than that.
I'm waiting. Like, I need them to win. Like, come on.
Yeah, I gotta tell them they need to do better. That's jokes. But yeah, in terms of the Premier League and how it's gone into this style of football, listen, the meeting they had at the start of the year, they just said this is what we're gonna do. That's my conspiracy. No, Sal.
Let me tell you, bro, because I'm gonna do a video on this today, bro. Did you see the Premier League video from the owner, the one who runs the Premier League?
I haven't seen it,
brother. What you said, he said it, bro. I don't know how he dropped himself in it. Man said like, we don't want certain things. Bro, I couldn't believe it.
We need to do this video because I need to hear it, bro. Please do it when you do it.
What's it, bro? Brandon was talking about. Yeah, it's not like he said we've got a strategic plan. So the same team doesn't keep winning the Premier League. And I was like,
I said this for time. I'm like, no.
I'm like, what do you mean strategic plan? You can't. There's only one plan you can have. It's referees.
Sav, Sav, you see in the Newcastle game, for me, bro, and it was winding me up. I felt like the referee was like, no, in this whole half, Liverpool get nothing. And I'm like, you can't be this biased, my bro. Like, I'm watching the game. I'm like, that's a soft foul. You don't have to. But then as soon as we touch a player, that's a foul straight away. Not even looking. He's like, yep, foul. Kanate, beautiful slide tackle, no foul. He wanted a set piece, bro. I'm like, so they give away free kicks for set pieces.
On my Twitter, bro.
Oh, okay, bro, it's mad. It's mad. No.
I mean, how are they gonna do that?
That's what I'm saying.
It's crazy, bro. Because Cap, imagine what we said, right? A lot of fans watch football and go, the Spanish league, they will probably say maybe it's not a farmers league, but it's only 2 teams that win it. They said the Bundesliga is because Bayern was the one consistently win it until Dortmund did their thing, Leverkusen did their thing. The French league, they say, is because of PSG, they keep winning it, and then there was the odd times when someone else stepped in. The Premier League was heading down that way with Manchester City, bro. Man City won it bro. 8 out of 9 years, because we had like the one in between. I think it was like 3, then we won 1, then they won 4 in a row. So if we didn't have that one in the middle of that gap, that would have been 8 years in a row. Manchester City would have won the Premier League. There's no way anyone could argue me and tell me that it's not a Farmers League.
Yeah, no, it would be. Yeah. I mean, I would still say it's a Farmers League. Even
no, it is no,
even with the 8.
Because we're the ones that won it after that, innit? So in the last 10 years, we've won it 2, and they've won it 8 times or whatever, or 7 times or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
It is a Farmers League, bro. But that is mad. And I already knew. I was like, nah, there's something. They need to stop this, because they can't have what they say is the best football, the best package of, the best league in the world. They can't have one team keep winning it. It has to be. And that's why next season, you see Arsenal win it, yeah, which they probably will. You see next season, I mark my words now, they're going to do everything in their power so someone else wins it. Unless it's one of those ones where Arsenal do enough, within the game, within the 90 minutes to win. So they're nothing. But you're going to start seeing little decisions going in the wrong direction. You're like, hold on a minute, little narratives getting painted. I couldn't believe it, bro. It's like they set up for Liverpool to concede free kicks in that whole half. I was like, ref, you're giving everything to them. Like, I mean, everything. Nah, bro, I've said this for years, bro. I know, bro, I can't wait. Sav, when you do this reaction, please, man, so I can...
I was seeing, I was like, bro, how did this bypass? This video's been out so long, bro. I don't know how this bypassed anyone, bro. But when I saw it, I was like, what the fuck is this, bro?
So man just told us the future, and I can't
remember what his name is. I think his name was Richard Scoudman or something like that. And he's not the executive anymore, innit? But I don't care. It's the same organization.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro, you ain't gonna mug me off.
Yeah, they can't tell us the conspiracy, and then we, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Tell me the conspiracy, and then change the CEO, and I'm supposed to believe it's the same organization. Allow me, bro. Disgusting behavior, bro.
No, his face. Something. I'm watching it. Yeah, like even the way he's explaining it is like he believes like no, like as in this should work, guys. Like we should be able to do this. And I'm like, bruv, like, are you listening to the words that are coming out your mouth right now? Like you're basically telling us that you're going to be corrupt, effectively.
Yeah, because the question is always going to be how would you plan?
Yeah, and that's why. And he's trying to rationalize why and how. That's the maddest thing about it. This is crazy.
Yeah. Because we all know as football fans and that we ain't got the intricacies they've got, bro. But don't take a rocket scientist to figure out how are you going to do that, bro. Unless you're going to start dishing more. Are you going to start dishing the lesser teams more money than the big teams? Well, no, we know you haven't done that. So,
I was just about to say, because this is after, PSR and FFP and all the rest of it. That's balancing the scales a little bit, isn't it? So what more can you do at this point without influencing match game rules and things like that? Like
that's why when Diaz was offside, a man said, "Listen, the thing wasn't working, bro. It just wasn't
people
working."
know, man. With these conspiracy things and that, you can influence certain things without making the other people even know you're doing it. The ones who work for you, just by telling them to do certain things. You get me? Because don't get me wrong, I don't think all these referees are in on it, because that would be silly, because when a referee loses his job, he's just going to snitch on it. You think,
sign an NDA, bro. You can't.
Nah, bro. You think my man, the paedophile David Coote ain't going to snitch from D Block, bro? He's going to snitch, bro.
As long as if the NDA is still in place, bro, he's
going to snitch for some mattress, blood. Are you mad? These are nonsense.
No, but he snitches. Might be even more time.
Man, run up in his cell. Yo, Cootie, give me your batteries. Listen, I'll tell you the sequence.
No, snitching for batteries is crazy. I don't think that's how wild that is.
No, but Sam, look, if he snitched, and said like, yeah, they did pay me. Like each week they did say, look, listen, this week we know the narrative is this. Because Sav, it's not surprising whenever there's a narrative being painted. Liverpool are dead at set pieces. But every team we play seems to be, we just give away best set pieces in the game. I'm like, some fouls are not fouls here, ref. And he's like, no. So listen, that was a foul still. And it's always in areas where I'm like, they're gonna deliver this. It's never, with the high up the pitch one. It's like, nah, go on, guys, play on. But as soon as we get close to like an area where someone can whip it in, no, come on.
But I also think though, we at times, you can tempt fate. Like, if you keep believing in something.
Yeah, no, it's true. That's why Gerard told Arne Slot to shut up about the set piece thing. Bro.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? It's like sometimes just keep quiet. Like don't acknowledge it. Like if I keep seeing the number 7 every day, I'm like, I'm either going to acknowledge it or I'm not going to acknowledge it. Like there's going to be a reason as to which one I'm going to choose, kind of thing, because I don't know what it means. So
Nah, Sam, you need to do this, bro, because I need to, yeah.
It'll be something rubbish like not allowed to use towels at throw-ins anymore. Or, what with Bournemouth where the guy
I saw
it walked over to the other side of the pitch.
I'm like, why? What does he do, bro? Like, can I not dry the football? I need to throw it.
But I swear they said who was it? I was watching and the referee was telling them that he couldn't get the towel from somewhere.
No, because
Like,
you know what?
trying to
The
get the towel.
thing. No, the towel thing at the stadiums. Both teams have to agree. That's a rule. Both teams have to agree on the use of the towel. So obviously, if you know that, because obviously, if you know that Nottingham, what's my man, the Nottingham player, the one who was always dashing the ball into the box. If you know Nottingham's coming, I'm not agreeing, bro. If it's raining,
I'm saying no towel, bro.
Not agreeing.
Make sure the pitch is sprinkly, bro, so that football is
wiping your top, bro. But yeah, man, we know anyway. Football's corrupting it. Obviously, you two. Not gonna lie, you Barca guys know.
Sam, allow it, bro.
I'm not even doing the Real Madrid thing. But you like got found guilty in court, bro. You paid.
You know what I realized, G?
Pay my man 2.9 million.
Nah,
just
after every Barca win, and we do. I'm just saying. Sam always has something negative to say.
Now, you see, you can't keep.
And it's about corruption or something.
No. So I'm allowed to talk about the Premier League guy being corrupt and that. I have to hold the same energy. I'm not talking as a Real Madrid fan. I'm just saying. I'm not saying you like cheating now. I'm not saying you like cheating now because obviously you trafficked the Yamal boys cold and that, and Rafinha came from the Prem, so I know, and Rashford came from. So I mean, you got a good team, bro. Cold, big up Barca, Catalonians and that. But you did cheat, bro, and got caught. And you man can't have that energy for City and all that, who are like. May have cheated. You like actually got found guilty.
I can't wait. No, Savage. You know,
actually paid the referees, bro, and it was there. The evidence is there, bro. So I'm just saying.
No. I can't wait for that day when that big document comes in and you find out about Real Madrid's.
Nah, bro, off with your head, bro. Royal family, off with your head. What do you mean? No,
yeah, I know exactly.
Man will lose his life, bro.
Listen,
I know there was some pre-World War II.
No, Savage. I'm talking from when you've been born till now. You 100% know.
No, because I hear it, bro. Because you know what's happening now. Like Mbappe keeps scoring penalties, man. Them are hurt. Oh yeah, he keeps getting penalties.
No.
But the penalties are penalties, bro. When you see the graph of how many penalties are missed out and how many VAR decisions, Real Madrid's actually low under this.
How do you even know this information, Sam?
Because I check. Because basically what I do is because what I do is. We get a penalty, and I'm like, that's a penalty. But then I start thinking of all the man them going cheating Madrid again. So then I have to research to make sure before I argue on their behalf.
Why do we say that?
Cheating Madrid again.
Why do we say that? Why do we say cheating Madrid? Like, why is that a thing?
No, because I get it, bro. If it feels like, oh, Madrid's struggling, oh, Mbappe's got another penalty, and you're not watching the Liga, it looks like the cheating.
The penalty you got the other day was not a penalty.
Until you see the penalty, like people like Vinny and that, because Vinny does dash himself on the floor, so he keeps not getting penalties for fouls that are fouls. Because they know that he throws himself on the floor. I'm not here. I don't know why you man are getting salty. I'm not speaking as a Real Madrid guy. I'm speaking as a football fan, as a content creator, bro. Yeah. You man got found guilty in court. That's what I'm saying.
Savage, don't worry. No. You know what? I'm cool with you saying it.
Why you keep stop bringing it back to Real Madrid. We're talking about Barcelona cheating. That's it.
It's just you know when Madrid think that they're back in the title race and then
my god, bro. This is what I'm saying. I'm saying about the Barca boys, bro.
Always have something to say.
Gav, you see what I'm dealing with here? I'm trying to have a regular conversation about cheats, and they want to keep bringing it back to Real Madrid.
I'm not.
I hear that,
bro. You're the biggest ones. You're the biggest one. Like you're actually the biggest ones.
We didn't get found guilty in court for nothing, bro. So I don't know.
So okay. Our Man City. Right now, are they not cheats? Yes or no?
No, I don't know. I don't know.
They haven't been found guilty. No, by your logic, they haven't been found guilty.
No, but the 115 charges, bro. I've seen some of the charges of the grass length was too long. That's not cheating to me. What? Both teams have to play on the grass.
Savage, that's the part of the case, bro. Like, as in,
if it's like Tevez and all that, when the Tevez deal, and yeah, all of that's dodgy, bro. Like, you get me? But I'm just saying, do you want me to? Okay, if it makes you Barca boys happy, should I talk about Man City cheating? Is that because I don't know why you're getting sensitive.
Premier League. We were talking about.
You man heard me say something.
Why we head over to Spain? I don't even understand.
But I don't understand, bro. You man heard me say something and then just automatically thought Real Madrid. It's not about Real Madrid.
This is why Real Madrid will suffer forever, bro. This is
why you're not struggling, bro. You know what? This is why.
Struggling to win games of football
Nah,
with
this
an
is why,
injured
and
squad.
big up to you, man, because I know all you like got loyal girls and that in it. But this is why, if I ever see my brethren's girl cheating on him, I ain't saying anything, bro. Because the instantly he's gonna be like, "Wow, so your missus talking to a man?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's a dad." Nah, it's not. I'm like, bro, so don't try and make me feel like all subconscious about my relationship. We're fine. You're trying to blame me in that. I'm trying to have a conversation.
You start taking things out of context.
Yeah, bro, like, just don't miss me. I'm not talking. Bro, I don't have a problem with. I mean, I don't want to get into it.
You have a problem with
No, I'm
You
just
do,
saying, like,
bro.
because there was another thing in it, but the other thing you didn't get found. But we know the Spotify stuff was weird, and we know that you somehow registered a player without registering him. He scored a hat trick, and then you registered him after. You didn't know Danny Olmo. We know what was going on there. So you know
No,
what I
but
mean?
you can do that though. But that's actually something you can do though.
Hey, listen, it's fun.
You've just never seen it. You've just
So
never
we
seen it.
so Real Madrid can take Salah from Liverpool. He can score a hat trick, and then we can register him after. It's fine. I'm not moaning about that.
No,
And the
but obviously,
Spotify deal,
no, Savage. Now you're lying
All right.
because he was registered for that game. He was actually registered for that game. He was actually fully registered.
all right, man. And the Spotify deal with and Girona and the Girona coach and Pep Guardiola. We know about Man City and Barca. Listen. It's just football in it. I'm just bringing
I
up.
told you, G, every single time Barca win a game. You know what it is? Because Madrid.
No,
will
because
play
obviously,
they'll
I mean, we
win.
can talk about
Yeah.
Messi's medical history as well with the steroids and that. What made
Okay.
yeah, because we had a
every single time, bro.
Stop,
Every
stop.
guys,
Don't bring up all histories because
No,
you know what Liverpool were running on last season.
Yeah, but
The blue and
Yeah.
everywhere.
hey, bro. Hey, man. The man them all had asthma somehow. 19 of the 23 players, apart from goalkeepers, had asthma, bro. That's not my problem, bro. You get me?
Our players were running, bro. They were just running, bro.
All I'm saying is football is. My point wasn't about Bar. I'll just use it as an example, but you like got touched. I'm just saying football is a bit corrupt, isn't it? You know what I mean? We know that.
Yeah.
Like, you like, well, happy to talk about that when it comes to AFCON. Happy to talk about that when it comes to.
Whoa.
Mention Barcelona.
When are we happy to talk about AFCON, about corruption? We've never.
Bro, I seen the referee ended the game in 73rd minute, blood, and then came back out.
Nah, you're chatting. Man said this.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I don't know what's going on there. Where the teams had fake passports and that. They tried to tell me 122-year-old who was clearly 47. Yeah, he just left school. Okay. All right, bro. We hear it, bro. So I'm just saying, and obviously, Messi, greatest of all time. Yeah, Messi. Steroids. Do you get me?
It would help his growth, Sav, and it was legal.
What was legal? You want the substance that got? Yeah. Okay. Just
for him to help him grow.
No, but I'm happy that you cheated with Messi because it was good for us football fans. We got to see the great Lionel Messi, bro. You get me?
What could we possibly like? How could he possibly cheat?
I'm just about truth in it. Yeah. So
you're definitely not about truth.
I'm about honesty, bro. So what I'm saying is, it can't be one rule for one and the other. You know like that. Like, Carragher spat on a little girl. All right, I hear it, bro. And everyone hates Carragher. I see Messi spitting in the Don's head on the pitch. Nobody cared, bro. You get me? So I'm saying, I'm saying because one's Messi and one's Carragher. I'm about truth. It doesn't matter. You get me? Remember Gerard? Remember Gerard? He grabbed the trans thing in the club and he didn't know it was trans. She turned around. She tried it. He banged her in the knocked her out.
Sam, we got the case studies, bro.
Okay.
We got plenty of evidence.
No, he's got more.
Sorry, man.
I don't understand why he's got so much evidence on there.
That's what I'm thinking. Like,
next time we're gonna be like, FSG did this and that.
No, I'm just saying, bro, because even like the banned substance you get me? You know that when the man them have hair transplants and that, they have to take certain and they have the veneers, you have to take certain painkillers and that in it.
Yeah.
The list, I know what the painkillers are, and they're banned off the list, but some men are just coasting through. Salah coasting through. You get me? How does Salah get better after the hair transplant again? I'm telling you, bro. I just know behind the scenes, bro. I'm just honest. Do you get me? I'm just honest, bro.
Guys in the chat, don't listen to Savage, bro.
Outside of football, rename this podcast.
No. Big up Barca though, because you get me.
Sam, leave Barca alone, bro.
No, big up Barca, bro. I don't like you, but I used to like your football, and Ronaldinho played for themselves. My guy, blood, Henry, all of that. Big up, you know what I mean? Coleman and that. Yeah, man. Big up Barca, bro. You made the La Liga interesting, so I rate you.
Listen, chat. Appreciate you guys.
One day we do have to get the investigation into La Masia, though, because
know it.
we can't just keep getting Moroccan kids out of nowhere and calling them Spanish, and then all of a sudden, like you.
Savage, name all the Moroccan players that we've had. Go on,
Bruv,
name them.
That's not for me to name, bro. You change their names to English names and that they're all called Dave and that. All I'm saying is,
there's not one player in the team.
So you think it's a coincidence that you lot was sponsored by UNICEF? You still are, innit? UNICEF. World Organization for Children. Yeah.
No, we gotta beat Sam.
No, we can't. Now you know what I'm talking about, bro.
No,
That's UNICEF was too far.
Man tried to bring the World Organization.
How did he get fooled in, bro?
All right, guys. Peace out, everyone. Appreciate you for talking in. Sam's links, B's links. It's all in the description. As I said, go support the socials.
Free me!